ICT Integration Workshop 4.3, Presentation Tools. I'm going to talk about Swivl. Now, Swivl is a small robot that sits underneath your phone or iPad, and you wear the microphone around your neck. Now, as you move around the room, the Swivl robot will turn the camera or the iPhone to face you. The microphone is picking up your voice from very close and sending it back to the robot, which is then plugged into your camera. So this can be great for teaching in the classroom, be great for recording students as they do their work, and so on. So I'm going to give you an example now and show you how I use it in the classroom. Okay, so this is Swivl. Swivl is a device, and you can see me on here recording myself. Swivl uses the camera here. Okay, so the camera hanging, the microphone hanging around my neck. The microphone is talking to the base, right? And my phone is on here and picking up the feed from on there. So as I'm walking around, okay, that Swivl is capturing me. Okay, it's tracking me. If I duck down, oh, I'm as low as it can go. If I go high, you can see it's raising up. Go back down, it'll go down. Right, so it's a way of capturing what's going on in the room. It's a really powerful tool for actually monitoring how you're going in a classroom. I quite often use this when I'm doing practicals to annotate how students are going. Okay, I also use them in when I'm presenting, so that way I can then monitor what I'm doing. You can imagine, I'm just going to put this down, you can imagine using it for presenting for oral presentations. Okay. Let me turn that off. So imagine I'm going to give an oral presentation. I can stand here with my phone, and my phone is set there. If I press this button in the middle, I'm just going to stand here. Okay, so I press this button in the middle, and it locks the camera. So it doesn't matter where I walk now; it will come on. Now, as a student, I can come up here. Pass this to the student who's presenting. They press the button. They say, my name's Jared Johnson and I'm presenting on iPads and technology. I can go through and record or present my work. When I'm finished, I press stop on here. It's recorded, saved it onto the Swivl cloud and kept in a MP4 format. All right. I can then go on and annotate all the material on there. I can download it to my device and upload it to SACE if that's what you're using it for. Right, so Swivl is a fantastic device. We're using it for lots of different things at school, practicals. You can use it for PE, you can use it for drama, you can use it for teacher appraisals. So you can put it at the back, the teacher can put it at the back, present their lesson, and then record the whole thing, push it up to the cloud, review their lesson and see what they do wrong. So maybe I always talk and use my hands. Maybe I always stand with the hands on my hips. Maybe I say, okay, I want you to get on with this work. Okay, what are we doing now? How are you going? Okay, all right. One of the things I say, I've noticed, is basically, which is never basic. So that's a way of picking up on what you're doing. The good thing from a teacher's point of view, once you've finished and recorded everything and you're happy with it, you can then go, oh, well, I'm happy with that one. I wish to share that with my line manager. Maybe you spend a whole week with a Swivl, you record all your lessons, you take the best 3 and you send it to your line manager. So it's a great device, fantastic device for recording. You can see or you can hear it gives quite a clear, distinct sound, and it also is very unobtrusive. When I'm using it in the class, as you can see, it's very small, it's about this big. And there's no power, no cables, right? So I don't have to plug it into anything. I have it pre-charged, and it's got about 3 hours battery life. So unless you've got a very, very, very long lecture and you're running around the whole time, it's going to last a fair while. Your phone is more likely to die before the Swivl will. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So with Swivl, when we upload it to the screen or to the Swivl account, we get to this point here. Right, so here I've got my library of all my different stuff, and here you can see my Swivl account or my video I want to look at, want to annotate. So I can be watching this. All right, so pressing this button. Now, because if I want to, all right, so I can go back and skip to the different points. All right, so notice it's me. I've actually been the person that's annotated this. You could allow other people to annotate it if you wanted to. So students could put in what they're thinking, so you can share it with students. You can imagine if the students were giving their oral presentations, you could actually get up in here and say, good point. Have you thought about other recording devices? Okay, and then I hit across, and it saves that point. And then it continues on with the video. So it's a great way of sorting that out. Now you can then share it with, I could click in here and it will package it up, and I can share it with whoever I want via email or share it to group private. All right, I'm just going to cancel that. I can also export it. I can add slides to the video, so it turns into a PowerPoint. So this is probably the most complicated form of a presentation. But Swivl itself is amazing. As I said before, you could use this as your appraisal for teaching, so especially for student teachers or normal teachers. So I can get up, present this, and then do all my annotations of how I think the lesson's gone, and then pass this on to my mentor, my line manager, or whoever. All right, so that is Swivl. Let me just switch back. So, discussion board this week. First of all, can I please point out that when I recorded all my stuff on my phone and my iPad, that was then loaded up to a server. It was also copied across into my Mac and then downloaded into my recording system. So unfortunately, it's created some little pops where it's stretched or compressed the video. This is really frustrating. I spent hours and hours trying to get rid of it. In the end, I've gone, well, it didn't matter what I did. I either lost words that I was saying, so I've had to leave the pops in. So I apologize for that. This is the only time I'll be recording this method, so that shouldn't happen again. So this week, discussion board. What presentation tools was the preferred delivery method of your teachers when you're at school? Now, funny thing is, this is changing. 10 years ago, the student teachers coming through were saying that their teachers use blackboards and maybe overhead projectors, maybe whiteboards. Nowadays, our student teachers are saying, well, their teachers using maybe PowerPoint. However, I wonder how you guys are going to teach. So here, the next question too is, how are you going to present to your students? Are you going to stick with whiteboard because it's what you know? Are you going to try direct delivery? Are you going to use PowerPoint, or try Prezi, or try something else? Maybe you're even going to try a flipped classroom. And finally, you may have practiced with Poll Everywhere or one of the other options, such as Socrative or Quizlet, or Prezi, or Sway, or you didn't get a chance with Swivl, or PowerPoint. How would these tools be integrated into your classroom? All right, so that's your discussion board for this week. Just to go over, National Professional Standards of Cover is obviously Standard 1, 2 and 3 because it's all about teaching. There's not so much reflection and not so much communication. It's basically just getting in and teaching. So that's it for this week. Good luck, and I'll see you next week.